back to the channel, everyone. What a rush, what a rush. Out here at the launch pad. It's a gray day on the peninsula, I tell you. And we got quite a winter storm coming in from Alaska. So the weather is changing. You can feel that cool breeze rolling in. It's starting to smell like ice and snow with a little touch of salt water from the ocean. So the next couple days, I guess, are going to be pretty frosty. We better get a little cruise in. Out here today with the iScooter iX4. Goodness, I really like the scooter so much. It really has been low maintenance. And I like that you can get around with it without it trying to kill you. It barely goes fast enough to just have fun with it. With the top speed of around 30 miles an hour and 50 kilometers an hour. So we'll go on a little cruise, talk about some things that I like and don't like about it. The scooter has about 2,500 kilometers now. So it's a good time to update you. I've had it for about a year and a half and really have not had any problems with it. No complaints. Really happy with it. A lot of people seem to talk down on these iScooters, but I don't know. I've been very happy about it. It's a great last mile scooter to throw in your car. It folds up very nicely and compact. You can raise the steering wheel. It's got disc brakes front and back, and with 800 watts, it's just enough to get around in the city as long as there aren't any big hills. And it's just great to take it with you on the ferry, or fold it up, take it on a streetcar, in a little tram, use the light rail with it. So it comes in very handy. Like it a lot. Let's get this little cruise on. Got a lot of other things to talk about regarding the channel. There's a fresh breeze blowing in. A lot of exciting things happening. A lot of changes coming. And I figured I'd update you on those too. So we are $17.95. We'll see what kind of range we're gonna get out of this, huh? Figure we'll head down to the disco trail. Maybe take the secret back way. Oh, here we gotta hit this, huh? Everybody comes up through here with their cars and does this little trick here. The scooter makes a lot of noise and it's very creaky, but I never had to really worry about anything breaking on it. It certainly is not a scooter you want to hit a lot of curves with or do a lot of stunts with, I tell you. But just to get around, it's great. It's basically like a Lime scooter on steroids. It's got a 15 amp hour battery. It's a 48 volt system and it charges full to 54.8. That gets you a range of, I don't know, 15, 20 miles. That was nice enough to wait. Let's get through here real quick. So already doing a little top speed here. I'm a pretty tall person, and it still gets me around pretty quick. I'm not sure how big the tires are on this. I think they're 10-inch tires. They're not tubeless, they're tubed. That's one thing I don't like about this scooter. When you get a flat on the road, you really are stuck until you fix it. With the tubeless ones, you can, most of the time, at least put some slime in, and then put some air in, and then get it back on. But not here. And exchanging the tube on the tire is extremely difficult. You definitely have to work out your little tricks how to do it. So it's just been raining, guys. Check out these beautiful cherry blossoms. Which I gotta get out here and ride these scooters. Usually every couple weeks, I make sure that I go through a battery cycle on them, so they don't sit around for months. That stuff just degrades the battery, guys. Always make sure you take your toys for a ride. They like it. So there's a secret little unofficial trail that goes down to the Discovery Trail. This neighborhood is kind of sitting on a plateau right by the ocean, so there is no fast way to get down to it because there's a huge cliff up here and it goes along the whole coastline. And I'd say it's probably at least 100, 150 feet, which you guys are about to see. Maybe here with our dogs. Hello. So yeah, this bumpy road is no problem for the scooter at all. It's got a nice suspension front and back, even though it's quite noisy. So it just kind of zips around. The tires have good grip, as long as they don't get too crazy. Alright, here we go, guys. I hope it's not too muddy. Get a little off-roading in here. And when we get to the bottom of this, I'll tell you what's happening on the channel. Got some exciting news to share with you guys. So yeah, there's the Discovery Trail that we like to take all the time with the PEV squad. You can see it's just way down there. So, especially after it's rained, it gets a little bit tricky to get through here. And I recently discovered if you go straight, it actually sends you right down the hill the fastest way to the trail, which I'll show you the other end when we get there. But I don't think we can do it with the scooter. So, it's a bit sketchy here. Looks like somebody's come through here with a dirt bike. My goodness. This is actually a very, very high traffic trail. Recently we had the state police and the tribal police out here because a 27-year-old girl went missing in January of 2025. Marley Zimmerman, and she lived in that neighborhood just up here. Just straight ahead a little bit. Just up there on that hill, right? And I guess they had a reason to come down here, block up this whole area, set up basically like a mobile command station right here, straight ahead, and they did a whole evidence search. I guess they had some new leads. It's been a long time, and hopefully with successful results. So this part here gets a little sketchy sometimes. I don't want to come through here at night usually because there are a lot of people that like to camp out here in these woods. And they're staying out here for a reason, guys. So, there's that trail that comes straight down the mountain. Maybe I'll have to show it to the EUC guys. See if they can make it up that thing. We're just gonna push it through here. It's just way too muddy. Nobody camping up through here. Alright, let's get up. Alright, off-roading action check. Here's the Discovery Trail. So this area is all blocked off because it used to be a paper factory here, and it turned into a environmentally hazard Superfund site, which they cleaned up a long time ago and invested a lot of money. And they basically blocked this all off so people don't come in here and disturb the nature that is reclaiming this place. Used to be a huge factory, and this Discovery Trail actually used to be a railroad line that went along the coast to the city. So that was like in the 70s or 80s, not quite sure. Very interesting. So it's nice that a lot of this area here has been given the chance to get reclaimed by nature. So Marley, yeah, she lived up there and had all kinds of action here. I'll have to see if they figured out something. So back to the channel, guys. Got some exciting changes coming for this riding season that I want to share with you. I've been having a lot of fun with these GleeRide A7 Max scooters, but unfortunately I've had some issues with the batteries, right? So I don't think I'll be featuring those on the channel. I still have a lot of content to share with you guys from the rides, but basically until I get that issue resolved, and it's going to get really expensive, I'm looking at probably $1,500 to $2,500 to get that battery fixed, which that scooter has 10,000 watts and it's a 72 volt system. That's disgusting. What's up, man? Scoping out if you can stay up there. So yeah, anyhow, a scooter with such a high performance puts a lot of amp currents, and you know, the distances, I guess, they're very vast out here. And in the end, the scooter is not really made for such a performance, and it really needs to have a better high performance battery. Now, just go into your P settings of the scooter, which I will make a separate video for that. I mean, I've already recorded it, and I will post it for you and explain how to do it. And you can change the P settings. There's number 15, it's a PWR, which is the power output of the scooter, which at full 100%, it puts out probably 100, peaking 150, 200, if not maybe 300 amps even. So if you set it from 100% down to perhaps, let's say 60 or even 70, then that goes much more in line with these batteries, right? What they can handle, and also the wiring. Because as you know, they don't use Samsung batteries on these scooters. Otherwise, they'd cost $5,000, right? So that's just one thing to keep in mind. And by reducing the P setting for the PWR, you'll also make your scooter last a lot longer, and hopefully you will not run into the same issues that I did. Most likely you won't. Now, since the scooter was in warranty still, and the battery component was part of that, but it just became such an expensive issue that GleeRide and we just came to a different agreement. Satisfactory. So in the end, I'm very happy I did not buy the scooters from AliExpress or from some other shady vendor online where there is no customer support when something goes wrong. GleeRide has gone above and beyond to help out with all the warranty cases and the warranty situations for the A7 scooter, and whenever I needed even just screws or brackets or parts, or they would dispatch them without much problems, right? And I also have to give them A rating for their customer service, because no matter what, they always respond emails, like within 24 hours, even during holidays, and no matter what's going on, they always are fast to respond, and that is something that I really, really appreciate. So thumbs up, guys, for that. So yeah, but now it's time for a new journey. I'm gonna have to come up with some new rides with, I guess, good batteries, right? And I guess there's no better time to announce that I did jump on the Bigo Blitz group buy, and I gave them my deposit. So the Bigo Blitz will be arriving in approximately 2 months, just in time for the riding season, which this is a 168 volt EUC with Samsung 50S batteries, which that really inspired me more than anything to learn how to ride the EUC, just because of the battery technology. It is so much more advanced, although it's going to be like learning how to drive in a manual Lamborghini, right? It's going to be so sketchy, guys, but it could be much worse. I'm a pretty big guy, pretty tall guy, so I think the deal will work out just fine for me, and I can just kind of grow right into it, which that's what everybody says it's going to be great for. So you guys can tag along for the adventure as I get to learn and ride. Definitely excited for the fast charging ability and the massive range that it gets, so we'll be able to go to a lot of new places and do a lot of cool adventures. And in the meantime, I still have about 2 months to kind of get my basics down, how to do this EUC thing. Definitely am going to upgrade all my gear to get better motorcycle quality and crash pads and better helmets and such. I'll check with the PEV gurus, the EUC gurus in the Seattle group, and see what they say and recommend. And it's going to be awesome. It's going to be great. And I don't know, perhaps one day I'll get these A7 Max scooters fixed. Maybe, maybe not. But at this point, it's going to cost more to repair and put a new battery in it than to just go out and just buy another one. So perhaps I'll get another scooter. I've always been a scooter dude, so definitely have that handled at some point. And maybe I can have a friend help me out with batteries. I don't know yet. We'll see. For the time being, I got these iScooters, and I'll be cruising around with them. But I've still got so 51 volts. We're still doing good on the range. Definitely a scooter for the bike lane though. So yeah, a lot of exciting things happen, guys. I also have a lot of other things going on in the background. You're good, dude? That I will share with you when the time comes. Definitely plan on expanding the whole Water Rush experience for you guys, and it's going to be exciting. I have a lot of great plans for that. Now there's a certain nostalgia going down this in the iX4. Back to the roots, back to the basics. Kind of sort of where this whole channel started, isn't it? Yeah. Sadly, on the Torsar X5, the battery has gone bye-bye on it. I suppose it's lasted just about 1 year. And got about 7,500 kilometers out of it. And yeah, it just gave up. It's just finished, so I won't be riding that anymore. Hopefully, maybe in the future there'll be some sales for batteries, because even that one is going to cost about $900 at the moment. FLJ Scooter sells that one, but we'll see. These PEV scooters can surely turn into a money pit if you're not careful. It definitely helps a lot to learn how to do all these things by yourself. The repairs. Part of me is considering learning how to do batteries. I mean, they have YouTube videos, right? Seems like people have done more difficult things. Alright. We are fanned to the sidewalk with this guy here. Just creaking along, guys. So we're doing top speed, 45 kilometers an hour. Wish that's the top of the display. The marina. Gotta go visit my friend who lives on a boat. Yeah, this is some pretty gnarly, bumpy stuff here. It just kind of breezes right through it. Although it does not feel nice when it bottoms out, especially in the back. You'll probably crack out the fender, like I've done once. But it's good speed, right? I think so. Oh, look, they repaved this part. Glorious. This deck is pretty small. It doesn't have a lot of room for me, but so we've done about 10 kilometers now. The tube tires do make the ride a little less cushiony. I mean, a little more cushiony. You feel the bumps less. Guess that's a positive thing. Somebody's pushing all their stuff in a cart. One thing I like about this scooter, it doesn't seem to care about the rain so much. Not that I would ride it in extremely wet conditions and downpours, but it's generally pretty wet up here in the Pacific Northwest. Pretty rainy, and I pretty much just take it wherever, whenever, without much concern. And so far I haven't had any problems with it, and not that it's rated for excellent waterproofing, but it does seem to do pretty good. Which, don't ride your scooters in the rain unless you have done extensive waterproofing on your own. Check check it out. We already made it down to the Ediz Hook. So yeah, for a 48-volt system, guys, not bad. Charging this thing takes a long time though. It's like 8 or 9 hours. This 15 amp hour battery charges at only like 80 watts. I think it's like 1 or 2 amps. It's nothing crazy. So it takes a long time, forever. So yeah, here we are, guys. We just did 13-14 kilometers. Nice little run. And it says we have 48.5 volts left. Pretty impressive. That's about a little bit more than half battery on this thing. So we'll have just enough to get back. Check it out. It says we went 99.9 kilometers an hour. That can't be right. Alright, well, thanks for watching. I'm gonna enjoy my time at this beautiful beach here for a while. The ocean is actually quite mellow and quiet, considering that there is a storm coming in from Alaska. Let's see how it looks over here before we sign out. I love the sound of the ocean. I can hear these waves in my room at 3 o'clock in the morning. And it's really the best thing in the world. It's sunny in Victoria, like always. Yeah, you can see that storm line there. See it? It's moving in. Definitely some rain there in the distance. Could be a spectacular sunset coming right down behind those cliffs back there on the coast. And look at all the ocean views. Stunning out. Make sure to like and subscribe. Hit a like. Tell all your friends. Show them the channel. And if you have any questions, put them in the comments. I guess his roommates kicked him out, or his wife kicked him out. jumps with it. What? The security guard's laughing. He knows me. I'm always zipping around here. Then to the sidewalk. It gets around, you know. 44 volts, 48. Definitely need to get back, I'll tell you that. One thing is for sure, these little scooters, compared to the big scooters, are so much more sketchier to ride. You can crash on this little scooter so much easier than on the big one. People like to stay the night on this bridge. Nice little beach here. The weather's changing, you can feel it. still going, guys. Oh, another thing I don't like about this scooter is it likes to overheat when you go up on a hill. Then you have to wait like 5 or 10 minutes. You can certainly tell that the battery's going down. Doesn't have that same pep. But we're still moving, guys. Maybe we'll make it back with the camera too. Film the whole ride for you. Now here's gonna be a challenge. Hill challenge on the iX4. Oh, it's not gonna like this. Breezing up 18 kilometers an hour. Whoa. I have a motor temperature sensor go off in a minute. There it is. It's blinking. You see it? That's one thing I don't like. How's it going? So now we have to wait until that stops blinking. Wow, wow, wow. It'll still go like 10, 15 kilometers an hour. It's just not much. Not gonna get us up the hill, that's for sure. Not sure if it's because they put a bad controller in it that can't handle it or what the deal is. Well, with a 48 volt system, an 800 watt motor, it seems kind of silly. But that's fine. As they say, if you love your scooter, then you push it. So this is the Strait, Colombia, where Marley Zimmerman went missing that we talked about. She was 27 years old, guys. Hopefully she turns up. "22 kilometers. Check out that trail, guys. There's a river. Very beautiful. Alright, I'm signing off. The camera's about to die.